Did you know that space is huge, like really huge? Also is this insert and this box and this game and everything about it. What's up everybody, welcome to the life of a board gamer. My name is Daniel and today we are going to take a closer look at the insert from In My Box for a game called XIA Legends of a Drift System. A great game, so a great insert because it helps out a lot to set up the game way faster because this game needs a lot of setup and it is heavy. So yeah, let's get down to the table and let me show you what you get with this insert. But before that, let me guilt trip you into subscribing, because if you check out these numbers, they're horrible. Most of you that are watching these videos are not subscribed, and I am on a mission to make this number 50-50. When 50% of you are subscribed who are watching this video, I'm gonna stop bothering you with this nonsense and stop guilt tripping you, but until then I will continue this practice of mine. So yeah, let's get down to the table. Let me show you what you get inside this heavy box. Okay, let's check out XIA Legends of a Drift System insert from In My Box. First of all, we have a bunch of rulebooks up here. For this accommodates the expansion and the base game itself. Everything is in here. So first thing first, I have to mention, if you have the second or whatever print of edition of XIA, then you are all good. But I have a first edition, so have in mind that in first edition the cardboard for the ships and these boards was a little bit thicker, which means that not all ships fit in the place where they should fit. They actually have to go, like you have to spread them a little bit around the box, and then the lid is not closing all the way up, so don't stack anything up on this box. Just to illustrate you the thickness, this on this side we have the from the expansion the Fame track point that includes the expansion and everything, and over here it's just from the base game. So let me just come a little bit closer with this. As you can see the thickness, I'm not sure if you can because my hands are shaky, but basically this is like a paper and this is like more of a cardboard. It's more sturdier. The first edition was a little bit more sturdier. So that means that not all of these ships will fit where they should if you have the first edition of the game. So have that in mind going forward. So these are all the ships and everything that comes in a game, and as you can see there's a whole bunch of them. There's even a dimension discrepancies from the base game and expansion, but it doesn't matter because these ships are not picked secretly. You just pick whatever you want in this game. So yeah, but all of these should be fitting in here. Unfortunately, let's say all of this does not fit because the boards are too thick to put in there. So now the next thing, we have this thing over here, and this one is a beast. It's a 3-part insert. It has these little notches for your thumbs or your fingers to take them out, to take it out like this, which is super awesome. And it's a 3-part masterpiece, if I could say that. It's really great. So let me just move this aside just to show you how the things work. First of all, we have these player token bays where you will be keeping each player tokens. You just give it to each player of their own color. So we have dice, we have coins, and that's the first part of the insert. Then you pick it up, move it a little bit aside, and then you have all the resources. There's also like a fan expansion with the resources going here, but the owner of the In My Box sent them to me. He 3D printed it for me, but I completely misplaced them somewhere and I have to find them. So over here we have all the resources, or all the ice, all the cubes and everything kept in here. And then we remove this for the third level. And the third level are all the modules that come for the game, all different modules that are in the game itself that you use to modify your ship with all kinds of different things. So as you can see, it's a beast, but everything fits really nicely. It's really easily put back together. You just have to watch for these little few things that want to escape from over here, but essentially, whoops, see, just these little things. So essentially everything goes in its place really nicely once you are not clumsy as I am. So we return this guy over here. I'm just putting it back together just because I want to have a room to show you everything else, because this one is a huge one. So we're just gonna move this guy aside over here. Next up, we have all the fame title cards and everything, box for them, box for events cards, and another box for solo setup if you want to play this game solo, which I highly doubt, because this game is so much fun multiplayer. Who wants to play it solo, right? So next thing we have, let's go from the top, are all these cards for the ships, all different components for the card components that we have. Then we have over here all kinds of mission cards that come with the game, and of course all the little tokens to mark your ships and other different components, ships, whatever it is in this game. There's so much things going on in this game. Over here we have these when you put the tokens on the board, you can just slide them from down here and just take them out and set them up. And once you are done, you just open this up. It opens like this, and you just stack everything back in here like so, and you just close it and you are ready to play another game. Over here you can keep some other tokens from different expansions and whatnot. So let's move that aside a little bit. Okay, oops, the tokens went wild. So yeah, we have those tokens. Then we have some extra dice storage, because this game does come, I think, with dice for just one player, so you go around it. But I just bought all dice for all players, so they have their own dice, so you can just keep them in here. That's a little extra space for that. Then we have all the tiles for creating maps, everything Rikishi, Comet, this marketplace that came with the expansion. And there's handy hole in the bottom, so you can easily push them out if you need to do that. And then the last thing, we have all the ships. So tier 3 ships and NPCs are kept in here. So you will be opening up all of these like this, and all of them will be in here. As you can see, I am still missing Sellsword Mark II from the first campaign. I never got it because it's crazy expensive. So it's missing from my collection, unfortunately. So yeah, basically this is used for all the ships, and as you can see, they look really nicely displayed. The comets and everything, the ships, they are just looking stunningly awesome. And of course the third one, the third box, also has those stations and the bigger ships that each of them have written tiers and everything, so it's like that. So you just close it up, and that is that. That's everything for insert for XIA. Okay, so that was insert for XIA, a huge game in every sense, in a components, in a gameplay, in everything. But we are not here to talk about how much I love XIA Legends of a Drift system. We are here to talk about inserts. This insert is really nicely done. I like how everything is stored, and it helps immensely, helps to set up game way faster, because this game has a lot of components, a lot of resources. So if you pack everything in little baggies and try to store them, all the ships and everything, you're gonna have a bad time sorting everything out. It's going to be a chore to put all these upgrades on the board and everything. So yeah, just looking from that aspect, it helps out a lot when you have the insert like this, where you can just take out the stuff from the box, put it on the table, sort it out like this. As you saw, this thing that comes in 3 little different compartments, you just take them apart and you basically set up all your resources, all your components, coins, all your modules for the ship. Everything is set up in one swift motion of spreading it around the table, and then you just take out the ships that you need from the box. You don't need to take them all out. It just works wonderful for me, at least. I like how it is done. Of course, I have to mention one more time, be careful if you have a first edition of XIA, Legends of a Drift system. That means that those boards will fly around the box, the lid will not be all closed all the way up. That is why I store this game not vertically but horizontally and on top of every other game. Even though it is pretty heavy, but still I found games that have this protruding, like when stuff is on them, they usually get pressed and maybe damaged, so I just keep this game on top of all the other games just so it stays safe, because I really like how the insert looks, how it functions, even though it's not for my first edition of the game, unfortunately. But yeah, have that in mind when you're purchasing this, so you don't get disappointed. If you have second print or any other print that has these like little, this not like this big heavy cardboard but little flimsy components, then you will be fine. But yeah, that is that. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for considering subscribing. Do check out, I also have a Patreon. You can support me there and see some stuff way early than others on this channel, and even decide on some stuff depending which tier you choose. There are 4 different tiers to choose from. And yeah, that is it. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time in a huge big space, and until then, pozdrav. Space is big, so is this box, insert, this game. Everything is big in this video. Everything is big in this video. Everything is big in this video. Wink wink. Such a stupid intro.